It's the morning after the horrific traffic problems yesterday, but we've made it down to breakfast. It's about 8:30, is it, Rich? Something like that. What's that? Yeah, just after traffic state. It doesn't matter. Anyway, we don't have to check out till like the last time, I think, so we're okay. So the boat's not till later tonight. Well, later this afternoon. And yeah, the breakfast looks pretty good. I've got scrambled eggs and bacon and cheese and sausages and ham, and I think that's focaccia bread, is it? And the other ones are sort of tomato-y bread, I think. Apricots or peaches, I think, in yogurt, and cappuccino and orange juice, bread rolls. Emily's got some stuff as well, similar stuff. She's a little bit tired this morning. We're not sure if she's feeling a bit unwell from the chaos yesterday, that traffic jams and just the madness of Italian drivers as well. I mean, I didn't really believe it when they said that Italians were really bad drivers, but they really, really are bad drivers. Basically, there's no rules on the road. People just pull into any lane. They undertake, they overtake, which is fine. They hang out of one lane into another lane. They go right up behind people. So basically, when there's some sort of traffic jam, it's just causing even more chaos. Basically, because they tailgate people. Yeah, not good. But we don't know what was going on yesterday, whether it was normal or whether it's some sort of holiday time or who knows. But it was, I think we were about 5-6 hours late. Basically, I don't know how long. We were about 3-4 hours late, were we?
Yeah.
We're not sure. We haven't even. We literally thrown ourselves into bed when we got here, and we don't know. We got here. We didn't get to bed until about 1:30. We got into the hotel probably just after midnight, so it wasn't too bad, but we did sort of get lost because my sat-nav told us a different place, but anyway, yeah, Chloe's the most happy of everyone. She's the most rested because she was sleeping in the car. We got juices, we got all sorts. I mean, it's a nice breakfast here, definitely. Decent coffee machine as well. It's pretty good, I'd say, and we're just going to sort of wolf this down and try and rebuild energy and try and get back to some normality, ready for the boat later on, because it should be good fun on the boat. I mean, I've heard there's a pool on there. It should be pretty good. So yeah, it's an overnight one again, similar to the Newcastle one, so we should have time to sort of relax and rest. We don't have to be up early too much on the boat, so but the time zones will go forward, so we'll lose an hour's sleep overnight, which is a shame. But yeah, Emily, how are you feeling? You feeling good?
We know screaming and shouting.
No, you're not screaming and shouting. How are you feeling? Are you feeling alright?
I'm feeling alright.
Yeah, I'm not sure she is. I think she's just repeating what I'm saying. But yeah, it's a nice little hotel. Sort of quite a big breakfast area. As you can see, quite big. Rachel's over there with Chloe getting some food. You've got a view of the port. We'll just get up. You can sort of see the port out there. So I think that's where we're going from, unless there's been a huge cock up by me. I think that's where we're going from. It's a nice hotel, and to be honest, I was really worried about the parking. I thought, oh no, there's going to be no spaces left. But there we go. There's the Range Rover out there, no problem, all parked up, having no issues at all. So yeah, we managed to get a nice space. So there's some like outside seating out there, I think. But yeah, we got some space. We had no problems with the parking. We had a massive space to get into. That was one of the biggest fears, that we just was going to get here and then where would we park. But it's turned out to be nothing to worry about. As the same with Colmar, really. Again, we thought the car park would be a nightmare, but it turns out sometimes you're just worried about nothing, and you know, we turned up and it was absolutely lovely. And if we had turned up at, you know, 6 or 7 o'clock when we originally were going to, we probably would have been very happy. But you know, we probably could have gone down and had a look at the town or whatever that's nearby. There's some sort of coastline over that way. We did drive through the town as we came through, and it looked alright, like a little small town. Didn't really see a lot of it, so yeah. Anyway, we think that the boat's going to be in this area here, so I think we're going to go down and sort out tickets at some point during the day, as in we got them, but we need to take our booking confirmation, and we're thinking of going down and scoping out the port in a bit. So yeah, we've given ourselves a lot of time today, which I think was good. I think it's really important to do that, so I'm glad that we didn't arrive here and then have to go straight early in the morning. But yeah, nice breakfast area. So this is the room at the Ancona Hotel, NH Ancona, and yeah, it's a pretty spacious room. This is the family room, I think. Chloe's in the cot. I think she's moaning because she wants to be further forward. I'm just going to move her further forward. There we go. She's happy now. You get a big TV, like a sofa. I don't know if it's a sofa bed. It sort of could be, I think. It's got a cover on it. Emmy's playing on her tablet. She's got a single bed. There's sort of like a massive sort of king size bed. You get like a kind of dressing table, you know, with plenty of sort of like sockets. It's these sort of Italian style sockets that only kind of fit the 2 size European ones. So there's a few dotted around. We found that the electric is a little bit underpowered, so we tried to boil our kettle. Yeah, so there's another socket down here. We tried different sockets. So that one's like a normal European socket. We tried that, and it didn't work. And in the end, the one that sort of worked, although it didn't really work, because we need to make up the bottles, so the hot water bottles, flasks for the milk. We used this shaver socket, and we had to keep sort of resetting the fuse. It did enable us to boil a couple of kettles, well, 1.5, and I don't think it would have caused any problems, but we just kept resetting it and it kept working, but not ideal. So although the boat managed to do our bottles, this hotel didn't. If you don't need to use a kettle, then you probably won't have the same problem as us. so we haven't really got much of a view. We've got like, you know, you can basically look outside and you can sort of see the sea in the distance there, and you can see some flowers and some trees and things like that out the window. I mean, obviously we're on the bottom floor, like -2, so you might see somewhere different out the window, so you might get a better view. But yeah, it's a pretty good room. It's very spacious. It's a little bit dated. The bathroom, yeah, but it's nice. It's not, you know, it's all functional. Everything works fine. You get a hairdryer, you get body lotion, hand soap, and all that. I think we paid about £136 for the night. Pretty sure that's what it was, and we had breakfast with that. So that was with breakfast. So toilet. Gave us 2 toilet rolls, all fine. B-day if you're into that kind of thing. We're not really sure about that, and I don't think we would try it out. Shower, again, everything's a little bit dated, but the water was fine. It was all hot, it didn't go cold. They gave you shampoo and conditioner and everything, shower gel. So, like I said, you know, it's like one of those sort of older hotels, but perfectly fine. Absolutely everything's worked. So, and we turned up like after midnight, or not, you know, round about midnight, just after. And there was reception was all fine. The guy was really friendly and checked us all in. And we got our stuff out of the car, and the car park was great. We didn't struggle for spaces. I'd sort of read that some people said it got quite busy. I didn't find that. It was really good. Got perfect, easy, big space that I really liked. So really happy with that. The Range Rover's happy with that. One of those sort of mirrors, you know, that kind of looks mad, makes you look massive. You get things like sanitary, although Rachel's took them. There's like sanitary bag things in there, hygiene bags. There's Chloe screeching in the background. She's just very happy. She likes screeching sometimes. Reasonable, big sort of space. You know, we managed to fit the sterilizer in here. Really big sink, and Chloe had a bath in the sink. So if you've got a baby and you just want to have a quick sort of wash of the baby, then you'll fit in the sink, no problem, unless you've got a very big baby. But yeah, you know, nothing sort of flashy about the place, but just good, just solid, just works. You know, the shame was the electrics, but I think unless you're making up, unless you need to boil a kettle, basically, and I'm surprised they wouldn't work. Oh, I don't think the air conditioning worked either. I'm not really sure. I never felt hot at night, but it's got an air conditioner control in there. I don't think that it came on. I've turned it on and everything. I don't think it worked, but again, it might depend on the room you're in. It might depend on the time of year. You know, nice and sunny outside today for us. So basically, it's now about 20 to 11. We're trying to make full use of this because basically we obviously had to sleep a bit later, and then there we go, Grace. Yeah, we had to sleep a bit later than what we normally would do, and we had breakfast a bit later. But the breakfast was absolutely lovely. The food quality was really good. We've been charging up all our cameras and stuff. You know, quite a few sockets, but just bear in mind that they're like the Italian socket mostly, rather than the sort of standard EU one. So, but our adapters fitted in there. Even when we've used the EU style adapters, seem to fit in there. But kettle did struggle. We charged up Powerbank and things like that. No problem with that. So, low powered devices, so you won't have any issues. Just if you're going to have a kettle or something, that's going to be a problem. Just copying off all my footage from these cameras. But yeah, so pretty nice room, I'd say, and big, you know, big, and the beds were comfortable. So yeah, I mean, I don't know what, it's a bit dark in here. There's not really light. Again, you get that with a lot of hotels. You don't get like a big light. You tend to get these sort of wall lights.
There is another light here.
Is there another light? Yeah, there's lights dotted around. Yeah, it's added a slight bit of light to it. But yeah, there's not much light around, but it's fine. I mean, we're sort of, you know, going to be out in the heat in a bit, so we're glad to have it nice and cool. Oh, there's a mini bar as well. So there's a mini bar there. And in the mini bar, there was things like Coca-Cola, bottles of water if you want them, fizzy water and probably still, I would have thought. Just check that. I think it's still water. Aqua Mineral Natural Ogula Mineral, yeah. It looks like it is. Little cereal bar, one beer. We haven't used the mini bar, to be honest. And but if you want to find out what the prices are, they've got like a kind of QR code thing, and you just scan the QR code. Oh, and there's also some sort of crisps there. I'm not sure if they're included or whether they're in the room rate or whether they're in the mini bar. I'm not sure. So we just don't eat things, and then you know that you're not going to get charged, really. So so yeah, apart from that, I would say pretty good. Would have been nice to have got here a bit earlier last night to enjoy it more, but perfectly functional basic room. Oh, the lifts are quite small. We couldn't get all of us in, so we can when we just got the pram, but when we had all our bags and stuff, we had to basically go in 2 groups. So Rachel and Emily and Chloe went down in the first batch. I went down in the second group with some more bags. So just bear that in mind, you know. But you can get down; it's no problem. Yeah. So I'd say a good hotel. I don't know whether it's good value or not. £136, but the breakfast was very good. The food was very fresh and tasty, and orange juice seemed fresh, like squeezed orange juice, I think. So it was very good, and Chloe's smiling and happy. I mean, she wouldn't have had any of the breakfast, to be fair. She had the sort of mad kettle water to make up her bottles, and I think she's been fine since that, so she's pretty happy. Emily, did you have a nice breakfast?
A nice breakfast.
Yeah, she had a nice breakfast.
I had some bread.
You had some
Had bread, yeah.
What else?
You had peaches, didn't you, and stuff?
Peaches?
I had some more peaches.
Okay.
Yeah, so she had lots of fruits and peaches and pears, and there was all sorts of bread, yogurt. It was really good. And we're just basically making up time now, so we're going to probably check out, 11 or close to 12, depending on how we feel, but we're just copying files over. But once we've done that, we'll sort of pack everything up, I think, probably check out, and then we'll head down to the port, maybe on foot at first, and then just find out what we've got to do to get our boarding passes, because I believe you've got to go into an office. I don't think they do it as part of the queue, but I don't know. So just from what we've seen on other videos. So yeah, should be interesting to see what you have to do. Just left and the NH hotel in Ancona. We're trying to find the port now, so we're going to be looking around trying to find it, going down the hill. So we just left, and yeah, so hopefully now we'll be able to find the port. Apparently the receptionist at the hotel, she told us you could park in the port, and you can get food in there and stuff, so we're hoping she's right. We're hoping we'll be able to get in there and get some food and get the car parked up and not have to pay for parking anywhere. because it did seem quite contended last night parking around here, but it was quite late at night, so maybe everybody was like kind of packed up. But let's see, the port is this way, I think, so we're going down this way. So I don't know the actual location, but I'm following the road signs. Right, so I think the port is to turn, I think the port is here, isn't it? So Porto Turistico looks like it's down here, I think. So, right, what's that? 2 car ferries. I think it's down here. I think. Ah, hang on. Have I gone down the wrong side of the road? No. I think so. Don't know, I had a sign of the way. Anyway, we are heading to the port and hopefully we will find the port. It looks like we're going the right way. Down at the port, you've got to go to check-in first, so we did try and sort of go towards the ferry terminal, which was like about 1 kilometre or so away, but you've got to kind of come back to the check-in area, which looks like this. There are signs for like tickets and check-in, so follow the sort of yellow-orange signs for check-in and tickets. But as you can see, we're here. We found it, we've got plenty of time. I think it's like just gone 12 or something like that. Range is doing alright. Basically, still chugging along, still doing a good job. And she's all ready to get on the ferry. She probably needs a good clean now. But, you know, she's done us proud so far, so looking good. Needs a really good clean. But yeah, really happy so far, and basically now we're going to head in, try and check in. We're going to try and get our tickets because I believe we've got to go and check in first. Right, so Rach, we head over this way. So Rachel there, Emily's got a sun hat on, everyone's got sun cream and stuff, so we're all good. We're looking forward to going, really. So now we're heading towards the port. Well, not the port actually, to the check-in desk. We should be good. We've got our folder full of stuff. We've got everything, car documents just in case. We haven't been asked for car documents yet, but on the Bulgarian border we're pretty confident they'll ask for them, maybe even Greece. We've never been into Greece on car before, so let's see what happens. But this is the terminal, and so there's like, you know, I think we're with the Superfast Ancona lines up there, Italy to Greece, so we should be going to that office. But they did say there was some food here, either that or it's at the port itself, I'm not sure. So we obviously need to get lunch. Plenty of parking. We could look at the car park, pretty big car park, lots of caravans and people going off on holiday, but certainly not too busy at the moment. Our plan was it to be here early anyway, and yeah, and it looks like some sort of market over here selling stuff, so I don't know what. It's like t-shirts and high-vis vests and a snack bar over there. Actually, this is like an area to sit outside and have snacks there, so there is stuff here. It's pretty good. Buses obviously must come down here, so if you're going like on foot, you can probably get a bus from like Ancona or from the hotels and stuff down. But it's looking good. Rachel's about to be run over by a bike. And yeah, apparently there's Wi-Fi here as well. So right, we're going to go and see if we can work out the check-in, see if we can get our tickets all sorted out. But yeah, there's definitely places that are shaded as well, like under here. So yeah, there's plenty of shade. So right, let's get in and get the tickets, I think. We found the check-in area in the building. Basically, this one for Superfast ferries. We went over to the tickets booth, and that was basically where you go for getting your boarding passes. She said that we need to, because we got cabins, we need to go up to the reception on the boat and get our cabin keys. So that's something we want to do separately on the boat, apparently. I think that's what she said. I hope that's what she said. Pretty sure it is. So yeah, so now we're just gonna see if we can find something to eat, and then we will head on. Apparently the port's already open, so we can basically go straight to the port if we want. Can't we, Rach? Yeah, so hopefully that's good, that's all done. So got the tickets, but yeah, not a difficult situation. I just found it a bit confusing on other videos I'd seen. I couldn't work out how people had actually got their tickets and where exactly that all happened, but it makes sense now. I think we've worked it out, so pretty happy with that. So yeah, I think we've got the tickets and we should all be sorted. Emily and Rachel just behind there. Right, so I think we're going to go and take this stuff back to the car, and then we'll see, I suppose, whether we should eat here, or she said there was something on the way. She said there was some restaurant on the way to the gate, but it's a bit of a risk if we leave this area. Will we actually find what we're looking for, or we just end up with nothing? So we have to be careful, because we do need to eat before we go, don't we? So I think we'll take the documents back to the car, put the thing up on the car. She's given us some stuff for the car, so I don't know what's going on. Emily's having a drink there. I'm just gonna head back to the car, and I think I'm just gonna stick everything in the car that we need to go. So yeah, I mean, it's a bit different from like the UK and other places where the check-in all seems to be part of the actual travel, but so you just get on the ferry, everything's all done in one thing. But here it's a bit different. You have to come to a different area, get everything before you go, and then, you know, then you're all set. But it's not too bad. You know, we sort of knew that there was a separate spot, so we kind of knew that we had to do that, but we didn't know exactly where everything was. But it certainly wasn't that hard to find. So right, I'm going to put everything in the car, and then we're going to really be focused on trying to find something to eat. left the port area now. Not the port area, the check-in area. We found some parking near a set of restaurants, which are just up there. So basically, I think we're all right to park here. I don't know if it's paid for though, so we can have a look around. It doesn't look like it is, but we're parking here, and then we are going to go and grab something to eat. I think we've got about an hour or so to have some food. Rachel's just getting Chloe and Emily out, go and grab something to eat. But yeah, basically it's after, so when you head in, there's a guy kind of checking documents and stuff as you come down into the area for the port, and he told us to stop, 300 meters from where he was onwards, which is here, and there's a set of restaurants and a bar, so I'm gonna go and try and get something to eat. And then but yeah, it's not at the actual port, you need to stop before it, get parked up somewhere like this. There's also parking further up the road, but it looked all full, so there's a few spaces about, so I don't know if it's always parked up like totally. So we managed to get in fine with the Rangey, fits in the space no problem, not too small a space, so pretty happy with that. We're going to basically now get off and get some food, and then head down to the port after that. Head down to the port. Emily's sort of struggling a bit there, she's at her arm. Hopefully she's alright. Now we're gonna get some food, and then we're gonna head down to the area to hopefully get straight on the ferry. We don't know what time boarding is. Maybe it's in the documents, maybe we'll check that. Did you see a time on there or anything? Maybe Rachel's just going to quickly have a look, see what's in the document, because it'd be good to know that before we head off. Yeah, so these are the tickets that you get. What we're looking at, so 4:30. Yeah, but that's the time the boat leaves, so I don't think that's a boarding time. Anyway, it doesn't matter, does it? We'll figure that out. I think we've got about an hour. We'll go off and get something to eat, and then we should have plenty of time if an hour, I would have thought. We're definitely early, so it's good to be here early, I think, because if you got here just before the ferry, you'd be struggling to get through everywhere, get through the check-in. I expect it gets busier, so yep. Anyway, right, we're going to head off, try and find a nice little restaurant just up there and see what we can get. We found a restaurant. I think it's called Magnanu, I think. Yeah, and we've ordered a large margarita to share. We don't need a lot, I think, because we'll be eating later on the boat. But yeah, we just want to get some lunch. Emily's having some water, and yeah, it's quite a nice little place, sat out in the sun. It's very hot today. I think I saw 29 degrees on the car earlier, so pretty warm. Chloe is moaning about something, probably being sat in the heat there. But yeah, we're just getting a bit to eat, and then we'll be heading on to the port. But yeah, we've ordered stuff, and we're just waiting now. Emily's a little bit hot and bothered, aren't you? How you doing, Emily?
How am I doing?
Are you a bit hot?
It's hot.
You're very hot, yeah?
Very hot.
Yeah. You're just repeating what I'm saying, aren't you? Yeah, she's a little bit hot, but yeah, we're gonna wolf down some food. Well, we might be able to enjoy it, who knows? Might one day enjoy a trip. But yeah, we're just now waiting for the food to come through. And yeah, pretty good. So hopefully the lady in the restaurant suggested that we'd be okay where we parked, so hopefully we're all good. But yeah, we're sort of parked down the other side of the restaurant. She said as long as we're in a white space we're okay, so look out for white spaces in this area. The Adriatic Ports Authority is across from us, so this is where the restaurant is, like next to that. It's on the right as you're going down towards the port, so Yeah, Chloe's coming out. She's getting involved. She looks happier now. Hello. Hello, Chloe. Yeah. Noisy trucks going by. Yeah, it's alright, you know. But yeah, hopefully we're having a good time on the boat later on, and I'm looking forward to seeing the pizza. Because we've never had pizza in Italy before, have we? So this is where pizza's from, so we're sort of hoping it'll be really good, but I don't know, we'll have to see. Emily, are you looking forward to pizza?
I'm looking forward to pizza.
You're just repeating stuff. Do you think it'll be good pizza? Will it be good, do you think? She doesn't know. She doesn't know. So let's see it when it turns up. Our food has arrived. It's like the biggest pizza that I've seen outside of Domino's.
Smells nice.
It smells nice. It looks really nice. Yeah, it looks really good, but it looks big. Emily's favourite food, so she is going crazy. But yeah, it looks big. It looks like I wouldn't be able to eat it, or I know we're sharing it, but I still don't think I'm going to be able to eat like more than one slice or something. It's quite a hot day, isn't it? So you don't feel that hungry on a hot day anyway. But yeah, it looks really, really good. I mean, it looks a proper pizza. So it's a proper pizza, proper Italian pizza.
Pizza.
Yeah.
It's ready.
Yeah.
Ready.
It's ready. Let's try and eat it now. We've had our dinner. We're heading away from the bar area now. Our ferry looks like it's in over there. It's a Superfast one. Superfast 11. Yep, that's the one we're going on. So we've got to go and get ourselves in the car, get ready, get in the car and basically get over to that ferry. I don't know if we should be still have time, but it's not meant to leave till 4:30, but we don't know when boarding starts. I've certainly seen a lot more cars going down now, and I think these are the people that have just come off it. So I reckon they've just come off the ferry, so we need to get down there and get into that ferry ASAP really. We've passed the ticket check and we're in the queue now waiting for the ferry. So this is the ferry that we're waiting for. So it's pretty straightforward really. We're at gate 8. I don't know if it's always at gate 8, so we followed signs for gate 8. Or whether you can rely on it being that one all the time, I don't know. But this is the Superfast to Igoumenitsa, and it should be pretty good. Rachel's doing all the things that she's going to do. She's going out to take a picture. Yeah, going to take a picture of the ferry. It's a good idea. But yeah, we're basically now waiting to board, and hopefully we'll be getting on that ferry soon. So it's pretty. Yeah, it looks pretty good. It's like a big ferry. I'm not sure if it's as big as the one that we came across from Newcastle, but I don't know, it might be longer, so it looks good. So hopefully we can get our room key from the reception on that ferry. No one has told us to go anywhere else, so I think we get it from the boat itself. Chloe's moaning. But no, we're all good, and we're just now waiting to board. We're in the first line. I don't know if that's a good thing. So we're in the first queue. I don't know if that's good or bad. Maybe it's because we're like biggish car. I think like all the cars in front of us apart from one look like they've got like roof racks and stuff. So I mean, we're not as big as those caravans, of course, but I expect they go on last, but I don't know. Who knows, maybe first, maybe last. But yeah, let's see. Let's basically now wait for the boarding, and hopefully we'll be getting on soon. we're in the cabin. It was about an hour waiting to load onto the ferry. And when you get on the ferry, there's a quite mad system that you have to go up to the reception and take your boarding cards to there, and then you can get your cabin. I think there's quite a lot of people who don't sleep in cabins, or they sleep in their cars or their camper vans. I'm not sure if the cars are always available, but I think if you've got a camper van, maybe there's a specific deck that you can get to and you can sleep in there. I've definitely seen videos of people doing that. But anyway, cabin's pretty good. Basically it's a 2 or 4 berth. At the moment the beds are up. I think this one was up, I pulled it down slightly. Later on we'll pull those down, but if you were staying as 2 people, you would have quite a lot of room in here. It's pretty good. I know there's like a mirror to make it look bigger, but it's pretty good. Air conditioning seems to be working. I can feel cold air coming out, and there is controls for it here, which is pretty good, which is definitely better than the last ferry. We didn't have, don't think it was really, well, I did see controls for it, but I don't remember it working. Not that you needed it so much from Newcastle. You've got like a mirror, you've got like a desk. There are sockets by the desk, and actually it's quite good that the sockets are down here rather than up this end now, so we won't be cluttered. You've got a telephone. I'm not sure why you need a telephone. You can call reception. Yeah, I don't know what that's for though. Do they bring you room service? I'm guessing this is some sort of light. Yep. This gives you an extra light, and again there's a light. Oh, hang on. No, I'm not sure I should have pushed that.
I think there's 2. I think they're reading lights.
Yeah,
there's 2 up there as well.
There's 2 lights here. They're the 2 lights. I think they're on. So I don't know about those. Maybe they only work when the thing's off. You got like cupboards for, and it doesn't say anything about boiling kettles, so we may attempt to boil a kettle. Yeah, you've got like clothes hangers and stuff if you're planning on bringing like nice clothing. We're not. We haven't got any dress shirts or dresses or anything like that. Emily's shoes down there. You get a bin, get some chairs. There's a chair there, little sort of chair there. I guess so you can do makeup or something in front of the mirror.
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, we've basically got the potential for 4 beds. I would imagine if you book one of these and you pay for 2 berth, I'm guessing you can still use the top 2 bunks, which would be pretty cool because they're useful for putting stuff up there like bags, and that's what we use them for, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to sleep on one of them because Rachel and Emily will probably sleep in this one, or maybe Emily. And you know, they'll be on the bottom bunks and I'll be on one of the top bunks. The other one will be used as a storage area. The bathroom looks pretty good. Got a couple of plastic cups. You've got water there, so like, you know, for hot and cold water. It doesn't say anything about not drinking it. I'm not saying you should, but I don't know. There's a couple of 4 towels, a couple of small ones, a couple of big ones. Toilet roll, toilet that actually works. I just used it, it's fine. And you've got a shower. It's actually pretty good compared to the last boat where the shower was kind of combined with the toilet. It's actually more spacious, I'd say, this boat. Yeah, definitely. And another bin there. Yeah, it's definitely a more spacious cabin, I'd say. A little bit more nicely decorated as well. When you say, Chloe, she's like, oh, what's that? There's 2 of me. Hello, Chloe. Hello. She does know her name. She does know her name. It's really good. You're doing alright, and Emily has to be cuddling Chloe all the time.
All the time.
She's always doing it, aren't you, girl? Anyway, yeah, so nothing about not boiling kettles, so that might be interesting. I mean, main reason is we have to make up bottles for Chloe here, so boiling up some flasks and then having that water throughout the day is really useful to us, so we're going to do that. We'll try it in the morning potentially. Hopefully it won't blow anything. I think there's a shaver socket up there. It kind of feels a bit like, why would you want it up there? Maybe you could rest it on this bit. But yeah, I think, would you really want your shaver dangling? I suppose you could use it. Although my shaver is one of those ones that won't charge while you're using it, but it will charge if you're not using it. So yeah, ladders for the bed. So there's ladders. Yeah, 2 ladders there, so pretty good. Looks like the ones we had on the last boat as well. It was much harder to load this boat. I think it seemed to take a lot longer than the DFDS boat. That was like really quickly. We were straight onto that, weren't we?
Yeah.
Whereas this one, it took a while to load the trucks and a few other things. So, and it was one of those ones that you kind of drive on and then go down round. Which the DFDS, we were just straight on. I don't know if there was any way that people turned around. I think it was straight on, straight off the front. So yeah, I mean, it's called Superfast, but I'm not sure it was Superfast. But you know, it looks like a nice boat. It's very well presented. It looks a bit more modern than the other boat, doesn't it?
Yeah.
A little bit newer, I'd say. So yeah, Emily's got a tablet. She's happy. Yeah, I mean, it's a good room. You use a key card to get in. The only drawback with the key card is that you have to go to reception. Then you have to give them your boarding cards. They give you a key card, and I could imagine that would be a bit of a pain if it was busy. Wasn't too busy when we got there. There was a few people in front of us, but you know, it wasn't terrible. I think some people get on and then they sort of, maybe they get on and they think, yeah, I don't need a cabin. I could sleep, you know, on the deck or whatever. And I've seen on other videos, and I think I saw people up at the reception thinking, nah, I want to get a cabin. So, or maybe they're cheaper when you get on board. Maybe they keep some spare. And there seemed to be like a cabin waiting list that I saw on the desk. And they seem to be sending people away and saying, oh, after the boat goes, come back. And then they can potentially get a cabin. So yeah, we didn't want to chance anything like that, basically. So we didn't know that you could do that. And well, we saw in a video, we did see an American couple get a cabin after the time that they'd set off, but they seemed to be in a sort of colder time. It looked a bit more rainy and a little bit more like a different time of year. This is quite a hot time of year, so I wonder if people do just sort of like hang around and on the deck and maybe have a sleep somewhere. I don't know, but I don't think it'd be cold or anything or wet, so that's pretty good. Obviously we can't do that with a little baby, and we can't do that with Chloe. So that would be great to leave them out there. No, I'm joking. But no, so basically we'll yeah, we're just going to get ourselves set up now, get things charging and stuff for tomorrow, I suppose, and then get ourselves ready to go up on deck and take a look around the boat. We're up on deck now. We've sorted out everything in the cabin. We've got some drinks. Rachel's got Coke Zero. I've got a beer. Chloe's going to have milk probably. And Emily's got an orange juice. This was like freshly squeezed orange juice. Range. I saw it like freshly squeezed. Well, we still haven't left the port yet, so we're just waiting for it to leave the port. And I think it's running a little bit late because it's now 5:03 here. It was meant to leave at 4:30, I think. I don't know if that's just the loading time or when it's meant to leave, but anyway, it's now 5 o'clock, and they've said that on this ship the time is Greek time, so we've set our watches to an hour ahead, same as Bulgarian time, which is 6:03 at the moment. So really we're already on Greek time, which isn't a bad thing because if you go to bed on the Italian time or whatever time zone is like an hour behind, you will have to get up an hour earlier, if you know what I mean. Or you won't, but you know, you'll feel like it's an hour earlier. So by going to bed on Greek time, like say you went to bed at 10 o'clock and then you go to sleep and you wake up at like 6 o'clock, it's going to feel like you had 10 o'clock till 6 o'clock, if you know what I mean. That's a boat tip from us. So yeah, we're just waiting to go, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're basically up on deck 10, which is like I think the highest deck, and there's like, we thought there'd be a swimming pool, and there is a pool, but it's not for kids, and it's not actually working at the moment, so maybe it's only in the really height of summer, but it's really warm. I mean, I guess these guys here who are used to this climate probably think this is still cold, but to us 29, 30 degrees is pretty warm. But yeah, the pool is it's looking a bit dry, this pool, but you've got like a kind of bar cafe behind. Oh, there's another pool up here, but this one maybe, yeah, this is the children's pool. So this would have been the children's pool if it was in water, but no, there's no water. So, but this is the adults pool. At first I thought, oh, there's a lighter in there. At first I thought there was no, like it was just like only for adults. But no, there is a children's pool as well. So children's pool up there. So it's pretty good. So if there was a pool there, you do get a children's pool. So yeah, so it's quite a lot of seating. I think you need to be sort of quick to get up and get it. I mean, we were lucky, there was one table left on the I think this is the starboard side. I'm not a boat person, but I think the starboard is the right side, so this is starboard side. Yeah, this is the starboard side, and I don't remember what the other side was, but it's yeah, this is definitely starboard. And yeah, eventually I saw one table and just quickly rushed over to it, but there wasn't any tables available. There was only one table left, sorry. We were very lucky to get it. So yeah, I think a lot of people who don't have cabins maybe come up and sit around here. But yeah, there's lots of little areas, like I think there's a self-service restaurant as well, which is indoors. There is a a la carte restaurant. I guess we'll use the self-service, I'm not sure. I don't know if you have to book it or do anything. We didn't have the option to book it on the website, I don't think, so anyway, yeah, so just waiting for the boat to leave. Hasn't left yet. There's another boat over there. So yeah, we're just waiting for it to leave. But yeah, so there is a kids pool. It's just in a slightly different place. I just didn't realise that there wasn't. But yeah, so this is the 2nd of June, is it? What date is it? 2nd or 3rd? 2nd of June, and the pool's not open. But this is leaving. Emily, she's going to bother other people. But no, it's the 2nd of June, but maybe because this is an evening crossing, maybe it's not open in the evening. I mean, a lot of pools close after like kind of 5-6 o'clock anyway, don't they? So it's possible that it would have been open if this was sailing earlier in the day or on a different route. I'm not sure, but it's not open at the moment. Anyway, we're going to crack on with these drinks and see what we can do after that. We're not sure what to do. Maybe just have a scope around and see what the deal is with the restaurant and what have you. But yeah, we'll see what that is later on for food. Dinner is served. Emily's got chicken nuggets, which is a pretty big favourite of hers. We've got some cheese. We've got some peppers, like kind of filled peppers. What do you call these? Stuffed peppers, yeah, stuffed peppers with peas, some salad, it's like a kind of Greek salad, and we've got like watermelon, which is Emily's, and we've got beef and chips. So Rachel's got the same as me, basically it's beef and chips, French fries, you know, so yeah, so, and a beer. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's a little bit chaotic. You've got to kind of grab a table. Rachel and Emily went and sat on the table, and I went up and got the food, and it was quite difficult to carry all the food at once. So if you can send up 2 different people, separately, I would say, because it's quite hard to fit like everything on one tray for you to carry. But yeah, it's pretty good. What I didn't realise was the stuffed peppers and the peas, they were like treated as an extra portion. I don't think they charged the same price. I think these two here were 14 euros each. But the total with the beers and the drinks and the salad and everything and kids meal was about 69 euros. But Emily's, I think, was only 8 euros. So 8 euros for a kids meal. So I even said there was a happy meal on the receipt. It basically says happy meal, 8 euros. So it's pretty good. That's not bad actually. So we thought we'd get ourselves down here, quickly get some lunch, just some dinner, and then head back up deck, and then see if we can get some seats up in the area we were before, which had nice views of the sea. So yeah, so we're gonna see what happens. But yeah, very nice food. It's not quite the same as the DFDS setup where you kind of paid and got like you just could eat what you want as much as you wanted. This is more of a sort of self-service. You pick up what kind of food you want and you know, you pay the price of whatever it costs. So it's not it's just a different system, but it does get quite busy. As you can see, there's lots of people queuing. It was like more people when we first arrived, so I think we hit the kind of rush hour. But yeah, it's we're going to tuck in, get this eaten. But yeah, so far so good. We're enjoying ourselves. We've been up on deck and on the top deck and looked out over the sea and took pictures of the Italian coastline. It's been really good so far. I've really enjoyed it. I think it's more relaxing probably than the DFDS crossing in some ways, even though you had to queue for the dinner. But yeah, it was kind of safer, I think, as well. It had like glass covered ways for the children to kind of go up to the window and look out at the sea and see everything, but not in a dangerous way where they could fall over. Not to say that the DFDS one was dangerous, but it just was a little bit more external, and it had kind of mesh and stuff to stop people. But on this boat, they had big glass walls, so you could look out and see everything, but you weren't worried about children kind of going through. Yeah, very, very good. And there are still outside areas for people to go out and have a look directly at the external view and outside. So yeah, really good. I think it's a good boat, isn't it, Rach? Yeah. Yeah, I thought that where we sat upstairs was really good. Yeah. And the food's good. Yeah. It's got the seal of approval. Rachel likes it. Yes, Emily said she wants nothing. She's going through a phase of not eating much of a dinner, really. But hopefully it'll pass. Anyway, we're going to crack on and eat this dinner because it's really good. But yeah, really good trip so far, really enjoying it. We've had our dinner now and we've decided to go back up on deck. And we've got Emily playing with my hair. Yeah. And yeah, we got our same seats back. It's amazing, really, wasn't it? And we've got like slush puppy type things, which are really good. Lemon flavour. They also do strawberry, but I thought everybody would like lemon. It's quite refreshing. We brought our drink back up, Emily's drink anyway, from brought it up from the restaurant. Not sure if you're allowed to, but yeah, it's fine. Chloe's having some milk. We've got still can see the you can still see the Italian coast out there. Basically, show you out the window. I don't think you'd be able to pick it up in the camera, but you can still see the Italian coast out in the distance. Basically, I think that's Italy. right in the distance over there. I guess we're heading across the Adriatic, probably towards like Croatia, Albania and what have you, and then I think basically the port in Igoumenitsa where we're going to is right next to Albania, so it's quite close to that border, so I guess you get a lot of Albanian people maybe travelling on this ferry as well. And we're also going to be quite close to Corfu, so I wonder if we'll see that in the morning, which is quite nice. And Emily's still playing with my hair. There you go. Emily, what are you doing?
I'm Daddy's hair.
Yeah, you're playing with my hair. Yeah, that's fine. And yeah, no sign of the pool opening, so I asked someone at the bar, and they said that the pool is open during the day, but of course the ship leaves at like 4 o'clock, and we didn't, actually left about 5-ish. We didn't get on till round about sort of 4 o'clock Italian time maybe, which would have been 5 o'clock Greek time. So I'm guessing it's only for different routes, because I think this also goes down to Patras, so maybe when there's a little bit more time on the crossing, or maybe it's a bit hotter, that's when they open the pool. I'm not sure, but there's a pool there, it's just there's no water in it, so that's the reality of it. But anyway, that's fine, we're not bothered. But yeah, it's quite sort of calm up here now, and we're just sort of relaxing and, you know, kind of enjoying the last bit of time before going back down to bed. And Chloe's getting agitated, not sure why. But yeah, it's quite quiet up here. There's like quite a lot of tables available, so you know it's not difficult to get a table. So, and Emily's still playing with my hair. But yeah, it's very easy to do. We got our same table back, so we went down to lunch and thought, we'll never be able to get a table back because there was only one table when we came up earlier. But everybody's kind of gone now and done. They're all doing different things around the ship, going getting dinner, basically everything you can think of. So there's plenty of tables now, probably all the way up the ship. So you know, come sort of what's the time now? So come 9 o'clock Greek time, probably even from about 8 o'clock Greek time, you're going to find plenty of tables about, so it's not going to be a problem. So quite a nice little ship. Certainly not as busy as the DFDS one that we came on from Newcastle. It just feels a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more easygoing, and yeah, we've really enjoyed ourselves on it. The food probably wasn't quite as good as the Newcastle one that had a really good buffet, and I think the buffet was better. You get a lot more food for your money. But yeah, the food was really good. It tasted really good, but it just wasn't. I think you like that buffet. Do you know what I mean? But you know, you can't have everything. Anyway, but it's a nice boat, and there's nice atmosphere. Emily's playing around with Lolly, and she's having a lemon drink, and Rachel is feeding Chloe. So yeah, so it's all really good, and I think we're just on the wind down now to when we'll go back to the cabin and get some sleep, and start again on the long drive to Bulgaria tomorrow up from Greece. So we're just psyching ourselves up for that now, really. Should be alright, shouldn't it, Rach? Yeah, that's what we said about yesterday in Italy. But I think it'll be pretty good. I don't think the roads will be as busy as Italian roads. I don't know though, we've never driven through Greece, but I don't know, we've got this kind of stereotypical view, I suppose, of what we think the roads are going to be like. Maybe it won't be anything like that, but yeah, let's have our drinks and enjoy the rest of the evening, and yeah, get ready for getting to bed later on.